Brad, I'm sure you can probably describe that in a number of different ways, but disappointing and new season, round 2, and to deliver that. How are you feeling and what's your reaction?
I would just focus on the facts. I mean, we're beaten in the well, I don't say the contest, but it's been a long time since we've sort of conceded uncontested marks and lost pressure differential by as much as we did today. So that part of the game was really foundational for us. We got the ball inside 50, 48 times, scored 25 times, but there was very frustrating to go inside 50 and lose critical contests, and we need to get better in that space, because the way the game unfolded, we'd lose a critical mark inside 50 and they'd find an uncontested mark really quickly and then bounce us from that. So that makes it really hard to build any pressure, to play your style, put our last line defenders under enormous pressure. So that part of the game was disappointing for us. When you're 48 entries, 25 times we score, 15 times they bounce it straight out. So it doesn't leave much else.
Were you expecting that? Does that come out of nowhere and it's a surprise to you?
Yeah, I mean, coaching would be really easy if you just said, boys, can we get a better contest in the forward line and not get outmarked? Fortunately, my job is to coach, identifying it. Like, how easy is that? I mean, that's what happened. What we've got to do is work with our players and get better in that space.
What happened, do you think, Brad? Why did today happen?
Why do you get outmarked?
What went wrong with Essendon stuff, do you think?
I think I explained it, Rog.
Yeah, but why? It's a perfect day, it's round 2, it's a 50-50 contest. What was with the lack of intent, I guess, is my question.
I've got to drill down more on pressure, because uncontested marks correlate with pressure.
Yeah.
So what happened a lot of the time is if we went forward, we lost the ball, their mids and forwards were spreading, expecting the ball to come back.
Yep.
So if we had a better contest forward of the ball, we put more pressure on. But it doesn't excuse the inability to defend behind the ball. So we're and it was pretty easy to identify. Unfortunately, it wasn't easy to fix during the day. So they're a good team. They challenge us. When they get the game on their terms, they make you defend, and they challenged our defence, and our defence across the ground, forward, mid, and back, wasn't up to it.
You mentioned contest ahead of the ball, but how much of it is method going inside as well? Obviously, there's 2 parts to that puzzle. How much goes to one part and how much to the other?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you just kick the ball forward out of a centre bounce under pressure and get outmarked, not much in terms of method. It's more about craft. It's about technique. It's about and look, we've got some real hope for some of our young forwards, but today they were just beaten by more experienced, craftier players. And so that's what we do as coaches. We go back and work on that, because the identification of that's the easy bit. It's the coaching of it that we've got to keep working really hard at and supporting our players.
Is it chemistry as a unit too? It's not just individuals playing their own game, but the way they're playing with one another?
Yeah, but we can't help that at the moment. I mean, that's the team that we run out. We select the best team that we think to go out and win the game. And the fact that in the forward line you've got Nate Caddy, Isaac Kako, Tom Edwards. 2 of them have played 1 or whatever it is. Kako's played 2, Edwards played 1, Caddy's played a handful. That's going to take time to build cohesion. So you can't just click your fingers and expect them to gel perfectly. But it doesn't excuse what happened after that. We scored enough. We scored 25 times from our entries, at over 50%. But what's inexcusable is our ability to defend after that.
How do you feel your players dealt with the pressure that they exerted? Because I know just before half time there was a 5-minute period where it felt like nobody wanted the ball, nobody wanted to be the one to find the way out, sort of just refer the pressure
Yeah, it's and what happens there, Andrew, is it feeds on itself. So we had some of our senior players who are trying to fix it all themselves, which puts enormous pressure on them, but enormous pressure on the team as well. So I thought both teams looked jittery to start the game, to be honest. It was a bit of a fumbly game, and we've got to be better than that and come out and assert ourselves on the contest. And I thought we did. We took a step forward in that regard last week, but we didn't take a step forward this week.
Brad, is this a bit of a wake-up call for a lot of your players? Just before quarter time, Alex Neil-Ball kicks that goal. 2 seconds left in the quarter. Could have killed that ball. It came in from 30 metres up in the air, a high snap. That's got to be frustrating and a bit of a wake-up call. You got guys like Edwards and Kako playing, showing great signs, and then a lot of the boys that have been around for a few years now, probably not influencing as much as they could be.
Yeah, I don't really understand the question. I think it's a wake-up call. I think we know exactly how hard this competition is, and when we lose critical contests, we've got to improve on that. No, we don't need a wake-up call at all. We're well aware of how hard this game is.
Just a word on the Skippers game.
Sorry, Rog.
A word on the Skippers game.
Yeah, well, I mean, both skippers were very good. I mean, we thought we had clearly a plan for Dawson. He's a very good player. A plan for Rankin. He's a very good player. But they overwhelmed our midfield overall. But Merritt just leads from the front at every opportunity, both on and off field. His on field performance speaks for itself over a long period of time, but it's really the way he's leading the group at the moment, both through his action on field, but he's taken massive steps forward off it too.
First Sam Draper, sorry.
He's got his hand up, sorry.
Brad, you must have been encouraged with the performance of Sardis today. 11 clearances, 25 disposals, a real step forward for him in the right direction.
Yeah, I thought Elijah, he's shown signs through the pre-season, through his work rate. It's been a bit of a slow burn with him, but I have a strong view that the elite players at junior level, eventually, if you get them on the right track, they show those same traits at senior level. And Elijah showed today, more than any game he's played for Essendon, he showed the elite traits he had as a junior. So that's really encouraging for him, really encouraging for us. We just need more help.
He spent a little bit of time off the ground, Brad. Was he okay? Was there anything wrong with him, Sardis, during the game?
I spent more time with him, sorry?
So he spent a bit of time off the ground, Sardis, during the game, it seemed like he was rotated off it a bit. Was there nothing wrong?
No, that was just normal.
Zach Merritt's shoulders okay, so he can cut some towards the end?
Yeah, they haven't even said anything to me, so he's as resilient as they come.
Can you speak to Edwards? Obviously, it's a hard day, but Edwards comes in, kicks 3 goals on debut. Is that a nice positive to at least take out of today?
Yeah, we need to, we need to find, some players who are capable of playing at the level, and that's really what we're working really hard on. We think that. I mean, clearly we listed Tom because we think he's got some real attributes and he's had to work really hard to get his opportunity. But we really like what we see. I think if you think about, it's been pretty well documented, whatever it was, a month or two ago, he's just, he's a school teacher, playing state league football, and he moves across the other side of the country and, is playing in round 2 on the MCG, and, to be honest, he performed the way we expected him to. Yeah, we thought he was good, but we had that expectation based on what we've seen.
Short turnaround. What do you do between now and Thursday night?
Yeah, just recover as well as we can physically and get back into it. I speak to our leaders right now that it can't come around quick enough.
Sam Draper's kicking the goal. The theatrical response from the crowd straight in front doing the set shot. Do you prefer him to go?
No, I wouldn't. I prefer him to do exactly what he did. We've been working on it for 12 months. And he executes. I mean, he's more consistent when he takes his set shots with a I'd be concerned if he just pulled a rabbit out of the hat and decided he was going to do that. But he's been working on this for 12 months.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.